What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Today, we are giving you the inverse of the last video, okay? The last video was women giving men advice about how to date with women. Now, men are going to be giving women advice about dating. I'm sure this is going to go stupendously. If we meet up for a first date and you don't find me attractive enough to be a potential long-term partner, then please just tell me before we order dinner and drinks and I have to spend a whole bunch of money. Please! That's good advice. Although I don't think it's very practical. Of course, in a perfect world, you would love to meet up with someone and be like, hi, James. Hi, Katie. And she's like, ew. And you're like, okay, have a good night. Like, that would be incredibly rude. So I don't know if that's that. I think a better thing here would be like, if you don't find me super attractive or, you know, whatever, go on the date. But if you, at the end of the date, don't feel like this is going to be a thing, then maybe split the bill, maybe. I don't know. Personally, the way that I was sort of brought up was like, I'm paying for the first date. You don't go out on first dates just willy-nilly with anyone who's willing to go. You kind of vet that situation, and hopefully you know that there's an attraction there before you get on the first date. But if you're doing this willy-nilly kind of hello, said hut, maybe if you're a woman, you're like, you know what, I got my own money, I don't need this shit, and I'm definitely not going to be seeing this person again. I'm going to pay for my half so that they don't have this weird, like, I paid for you, so you owe me a text message back type of thing. I'd be like, bro, here. All right, I'll pay for my fucking chicken parm. Get the fuck out of here. I would say try to show interest in a man's hobbies. Maybe you will really enjoy something he is into, but don't fake enjoy it. This guy's been burned. There was a woman's like, oh, no, I really do like NASCAR. I do. No, it's cool. I like that they go so fast. So you don't actually like it. Name 3 drivers. It's obvious to men when you are faking liking something or forcing yourself to like something we like. We'd rather you didn't pretend. Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's anything necessarily like inherently wrong with a woman like trying to indulge you. You know what I'm saying? Being like, oh yeah, let's go to a football game for your birthday. I got us tickets to go. It's like, no, you shouldn't go. You don't like football. Like, she's trying, bro. You know what I mean? Like, take it easy. Yeah, I mean, I would say that for anybody. I think that's good advice. You want to show interest in the other person's hobbies, at least a little bit of interest. And if there's things that don't interest you, it might not work out. If you are into a guy, be the first to break the touch barrier. I love that that's men advice to women. It's like, yo, if you really like the guy, grab his dick. She's like, yo, if you really like him, you'd like rub his inner thigh, get him a little excited, you know what I mean? If you're comfortable with a guy touching you, then you can touch our arm first or leg or something to show us it's okay for us to reciprocate. I mean, that's not a bad rule, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm just making a joke, but it's not a bad rule. I don't know if guys should be like, ha ha ha, and like do the touching. Like, yeah, I would probably wait. The touch barrier is like a real thing, you know, wait till she's like, oh my God, you're so funny, and like touches your arm and you're like, yes. You've broken my force field. Now we can fuck hard. I agree with this. I do think that men should probably err on the side of caution when it comes to touching women. You know what I mean? So don't be the one to be like, oh, I thought you were into me, so I grabbed your tits. Like, don't do that, all right? And don't be overly touchy or anything like that. But if she breaks that touch barrier, then, you know, I would just reciprocate. You know what I'm saying? Like, if she's touching your arm, you don't go for puss. You like, you know what I mean? There's levels to this. You got to, like, take it the fuck easy. No dumb pajamas. What? What is this one? PJs should be banned as soon as high school ends. No man wants to come home after a long day at work and see his girl walking around in Looney Tunes pajamas. What the fuck is this? That's your dating advice? Don't wear fucking pajamas. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say this is advice. I think this is like completely targeted at a specific thing that this guy went through where he really liked a girl and then one day he came home after they got married. She's wearing fucking Cookie Monster sweatpants, and he's like, you pig! I personally do not care about the whole pajama thing. Like, I mean, I would care if, you know, we're grown adults, and you're like, oh, I'm going to go to the bar in pajama pants. I'd be like, no, that's weird. Like, let's dress for the occasion. But if we're just lounging around the house, like, I don't give a fuck if you're in a Mickey Mouse outfit. I have fashion standards for lounging, but it's not like crazy. Like, pajama pants wouldn't annoy me, especially around Christmas time, dude. You get a nice like plaid pajama pant. That's nice. It kind of goes with the vibes. You know what I mean? I prefer that, I think. Get me in the mood for some fucking Christmas. Dress the part. You know what would actually make me more uncomfortable than this? Like a nightgown. Yeah, like if it was like something my grandma would wear, you know what I mean? Like you're wearing a whole nightgown and you got one of those little hats. I'd be like, what the fuck is this? What year is it? Are you a ghost? Are you dead? Why are you wearing that? How about if you're not ready for a relationship, don't get into one? They're like yelling through this thread. Here's one. How about don't fucking date my brother and then not tell me? It's like specific examples. I keep dating women who 1 month in turn around and say, I'm just not ready for a relationship. I have to work on myself first. I don't think there's anything necessarily wrong with that. What does that mean, though? Like, for you, it's like you should be on this date if you're looking for a husband. Boring. Boring, though. Like, and I don't know if I'm ready for a husband yet. That's why I'm dating. I'm going to date people until I'm compelled. But I can meet people and be like, oh, you're cool. I like hanging out with you and having a good time, whatever. But I'm not really compelled to fucking think about marriage. I don't know why some dudes get so upset by that. And they think that, like, that's an easy thing to do. And even women on the other side, too. Just, like, going into a date being like, if you weren't ready for marriage, why did you go on a date? And it's like, I don't know, because there's 400 steps in between those two things. Like, that's why. Like, I'm dating because I'm trying to, like, meet people and have a connection. How are you going to have a connection with someone if you're not dating? But you can meet someone that's not, I'm not ready, just means that, like, you haven't propelled me to want to take the next step. That's what that means. Okay? They're ready, quote unquote. They're just not ready with you. All right? And I actually don't think that yelling through a Reddit thread, writing in all caps lock, makes you a qualified partner for anybody either. Stop getting into one. Wash your asses, please. It be stinky sometimes. This guy's saying women have stinky asses. I can honestly say, too, I've never encountered that. I don't know what this guy's talking about. I've never been like, whoa, this smells like a truck or something like that. You know what I mean? That's never happened. But apparently this guy is getting just burned back to back to back with smelly ass women, apparently. But yeah, I mean, that's good advice for everyone out there, man. Wash your butt, okay? That's the second thing I wash as soon as I get into the shower. You know what the first is. As a man, my advice for women is you can be romantic too. Guys like romance also, not just women. I think women doing romantic gestures goes a long way and will influence men to do them more. I agree, okay? I think that a lot of us are out here, you know, thinking that men are just kind of like, oh, you know, whatever. I don't care about feelings and fucking whatever the fuck other shit. You know what I mean? Like sometimes men buy women flowers. That's a nice little gesture. And there could be ways, you know, other ways that you can show that you care about your man, that maybe you think like, oh, he won't like this, but maybe he will like that shit. I also agree with the last sentence here. If you're going out of your way for a partner and they're the right partner for you, that is going to influence them to be like, you know what, I should go out of my way more for this person. And hopefully you kind of create whatever the opposite of a vicious circle is. And it's just like a healthy thing of like, oh, I just want to do nice things for you and make you feel good and blah, blah, blah. And we're always constantly, you know, going out of our way. Obviously, you know, be a good person in your relationship, but also going out of your way and taking the extra mile, going the extra mile with some romantic gesture is nice. It's nice, okay? Be nice. Be fucking nice. And wash your ass. All right, before we continue with this video, we do have two sponsors for today. The first one being Rocket Money, okay? Rocket Money is an all-in-one personal finance app that is going to put money back in your pocket in a myriad of ways, okay? You like that word? Yeah, I know words. The first way is they're going to find and cancel unwanted subscriptions, okay? We all do it. We've all signed up for free trials. We've all been paying for something, some online magazine. What are we doing? Or whatever, some random app that tells you your horoscope or something, and then we haven't used it in months, and we could be saving that money. So Rocket Money is going to go in, and they're going to find those unwanted subscriptions that you have, and then you can cancel them. It's nice to see how much money you are spending on these things as well. That's a good segue into their next feature, which is a budgeting tool. It'll help you budget. Make sure you're staying within your means every single month, so it makes you a more, fiscally responsible person. And they also have a feature that could help you lower your bills. And listen, I know it sounds too good to be true, but it's real because they have over 1 million members. They have over $500 million in savings. And on average, when using all of the app's features, people are saving $740 a year. I'd rather have $740 in my pocket than flushing it down the toilet. I don't know about you. But you guys can check it out right now. Go to rocketmoney.com/Joe, okay? So rocketmoney.com/Joe to go check it out. Put the money back in your pocket, folks. rocketmoney.com/Joe. And we also have SeatGeek. SeatGeek is the #1 rated ticketing app in the App Store. I've been using them for years. You guys have heard me talk about them if you've been a fan for a while. But I use SeatGeek personally in my personal life. That's redundant. But I am using SeatGeek to buy all of the tickets that I am going to anything. If I go into a Broadway play, if I'm going to a sporting event or a concert, I'm buying those tickets on SeatGeek. I like how they tell me if it's a good price for the ticket or a bad price for the ticket, just so I know what the market sort of looks like too. Like if something is a dark green, if it's labeled dark green, that means this is a really good price for this ticket. So you should hop on it. Or if it's dark red, it's like, don't even think about spending this on this because it's not worth it. So I like that there's that transparency. But it can save you guys some money on tickets. Right now, everyone, when you go buy tickets, go download the SeatGeek app, then go buy some tickets and use the code Joe10 for 10% off of your tickets. All right. So saving you 10% on your tickets right there. So take someone to someone nice, someone to something nice, I should say. Okay. The code is Joe10. Save 10% on all your tickets. All right. Joe10, go download SeatGeek and enjoy. Forget what Walt Disney may have led you to believe. I love that we go in and out of like someone gives good advice and then it's just an angry dude. Life doesn't turn out perfectly, and expecting it to will only hurt you and those around you. So basically, don't seek perfection. I feel like that's a bad way of saying what this person is trying to say. I don't think that you should not seek perfection or whatever. Like, I think that we're all under the impression that, like, yeah, life doesn't turn out perfectly. But the expectation of it being perfect, I think, is, the part, And I think to combat that, instead of just being like, just don't seek perfection, because that almost sounds like expect things to go wrong, which I don't think you should do either. I think that you should just instead be a little more grateful for the things that you do have, or try to be. Even when things ultimately will not turn out perfectly. If you believe that, though, because you could get to a certain point in your life where a bunch of things have gone wrong, but you're a grateful person and you have like a nice family and you live in a nice house and, this and that. It doesn't have to be this perfect mansion. It doesn't have to be the perfect car or anything like that. But you can look back one day and be like, my family's healthy. My house, doesn't leak. And I'm just happy. I'm grateful. So what's more perfect than that? I mean, you could have perfection as long as your standards for perfection aren't unrealistic. If you just want the basic things out of life, meaning, a nice relationship, a happy family, of course there's going to be bumps along the way. Of course there's going to be little things that kind of go wrong that aren't quote unquote perfect. But for you, it could be perfect to be like, man, I'm just happy that I have these things because I could not have any of these. And then I don't know what the fuck I'd be doing. So it's all about how you kind of look at it. I don't think don't seek perfection. I think that you should always be striving for that, but it's not the end all be all. And also your idea of perfection shouldn't be like I have to have the biggest house and the coolest car and whatever. You could just be grateful. Like you should be aiming to be grateful and look back on your life and say, I'm just happy with the way that things have turned out and it could be much worse. Maybe that's perfection. My dating advice for women would be, call me out on my shit. That's funny. This guy loves to be degraded. He's like, tell me my fucking penis sucks. I'm not perfect. I will make mistakes and do things that irritate you, and I would rather you tell me up front. Don't just let me continue to fail to the point you resent me. Give me a chance to correct things and find common ground. Yes, in a vacuum, this is really good advice, but unfortunately, it doesn't always go that way. I think more often than not, people are not used to people who are that direct and be like, this is what you're doing wrong, this is what you whatever, and then they have a reaction of like, they're trying to justify their actions, or they're trying to make excuses or kind of turn it around, maybe if you're dealing with a nice little GL gaslighter. Yeah, so I mean, of course you'd be like, just tell me what I'm doing wrong and I'll fix that, whatever. In a vacuum, that sounds great, and I think that people should strive for that for sure. But, I do think more oftentimes than not, it's a difficult place to get to. Both people involved have to be at a level of emotional maturity that could even exist. Because if you're on different planes as far as that goes, you could try this all you want, but it will not work. Ideally, shit bothers you, you tell your fucking boyfriend or your girlfriend or whatever, so that, you know, you don't hold on to it and a year later you're just like, this is what you do. And then you guys, you know, go your separate ways. My advice is to stop running to your girlfriends and sharing our business right away. Some things should stay between us. I always hate finding out her friends know the size of my dick and the fights we had and what my foreplay moves are. Yeah, I mean, I agree. I agree with this. Like, I don't think that women should stop confiding in their friends. But yeah, also have better friends, bro. Or have like a better strategy. If you're going to talk about my penis to your girlfriends, don't let them bring that up to me. Here's what it is. Your closest friends, do they need to know that? No. If you want to tell them, fine, up to you. But I don't need to know that they know. Like, I don't need to know that. So if they know, I don't need to know that they know. So protect me from that, please. Jesus. Oh my God, this guy's so horny. Here's this guy's advice to women. Touch us. Grab our asses, give us a hug, hold hands, spoon us, fuck us. Holy shit, dude. This guy's horny as fuck. He's like, dude, you want advice? Fuck me in the ass. Give me a hug, pull my ass in deep, and rail me. There's your advice. It's easy. Touch me, fuck me, and suck me. Demonetized. It's over. I love how he threw hold hands in between that. Grab our asses, give us a hug, hold hands, and fuck us. It's like fucking, that is bananas. I don't think that's advice. I think someone's horny. And that's, you know, we may have taken that one from a Pornhub comment or something. When you see us staring into space and ask us what we're thinking and we say nothing, leave it at that. Because 99% of the time, we aren't thinking about anything. What an insane blanket statement to make for the entire male population. Be like, dude, when a guy is spacing out 99 out of 100 times, he's not thinking about anything. Okay, so just let it go. And only 1 out of those 100 times you're thinking about strangling you. Okay? Like, people stare off into space for different reasons, dude. I rarely stare off into space when I'm thinking about nothing. I'm lost in thought. That's what that is to me. So I don't want this guy to speak for me, but I don't know what the fuck that's about. Yeah, the advice is just getting worse. It started at like, you know, oh, be romantic to us. Then it's just like, yo, fuck us. And also, if we're staring out into space, don't think anything's wrong. Oh, now you're crying. Get the fuck out of here. You know what I mean? This is crazy. My advice is make more money than us. This is dope. Make more money than me. It just says, I don't give a fuck. I'm okay with the woman being ambitious. Don't hide that shit because you think I need to be the provider. I don't think women are purposefully not making money to make you feel comfortable, my guy. Like, I don't think that's what it is. She's like, oh my God, you don't have to only make $45K. All right. I know you're only making that much money because of me, and you don't have to do it for me. Be ambitious. Own a Fortune 500 company, but I know you're holding yourself back because you think I want to be the provider. What is this guy saying, dude? Oh, my God. My advice is make more money than me. That's great advice. Just make more than me. Like, you have the option. It's like, just do that. Make more money. Think about a number higher than what I make, and then make that. Don't hold back because of me, because of little old me. The fuck? The bathroom is a holy area. Fucking no, it's not. What is this advice? Whatever you do in there is your business unless you are showering and want to invite me in. No poop talk. Listen, woman. Don't talk about shitting and farting or pissing. The only time I want to hear about the bathroom is if you're inviting me in so we could have sexual intercourse. A 12-year-old wrote this, dude. What the fuck is this? I hate dudes like that, bro. Like, relax. Oh, it's just so gross. Oh, bro, if this is your wife, she's gonna give birth to a human being is gonna come out of her puss and rip open her asshole, and there may be shit all over the table. You can handle that, but you can't handle her taking a shit. Like, what are we talking about here? Take it easy, pussy. I think that we need to end the advice there because it's only getting worse. It's progressively getting worse as the video goes on. Some gems in there, sure. But ladies, if you didn't know how to date men before the video, maybe now you do. No poop talk unless you're going to have sex with me in there. touch us, hold our hands, spoon us, and fuck us. And whatever else they said in this video. What a ridiculous thing. Anyway, that's our advice for you. Enjoy. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next time.